Hi there, it's Sandra, and you are listening to the podcast A Duchess Like Us. Hello, and welcome to episode 6 of A Duchess Like Us, a podcast that reports positively and fairly on Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Today, I am so happy because I'm welcoming back my podcast buddies. So, guys, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Yes, so I'm Gayle, Breakthrough Diva on social media, and I am Meghan's fan. I know you guys are going to argue with me, but I know I'm the number one.
All right then.
If you say so. And I'm Nelly, your foul-mouthed girl from over Hadrian's Wall. Follow me at Harklestan, no psych. And I'm the Duchess of Sussex's number one fan. Fight me.
All right.
You're on. It's on.
Definitely. People, podcast listeners, you're going to have to decide for yourself who is the number one fan. All right. So, let's start. So this week, we Sussex Squad fans have been so spoiled.
Oh my gosh.
We have seen and we've taken part in the Sussexes' first royal family tour of Southern Africa. Now, there is so much to talk about, but so for this episode today, we're just going to cover the first 3 days of the Southern Africa tour. So what we're going to talk about, first of all, is day one, and basically the arrival in South Africa, the blurry pictures of Archie, but don't worry, we'll have more Archie later. And then the Duke and Duchess got straight into their first visit, which was a visit to Nyanga, and they visited the project that provides self-defense classes and female empowerment for women. The Duke made that wonderful speech about rethinking what masculinity means, and the Duchess made that great statement saying that she was there as a mother, a wife, a woman of colour, and their sister. That just blew my mind.
Yes.
And then after that, they went to District 6 Museum, which was founded in 1994 as a memorial to the people who were forced out of District 6 in the 1950s. And there was about 60,000 people who were forced out because the area was declared whites only under the 1950 Group Areas Act of South Africa. So this museum was just looks at what the area would have been like if the people had been allowed to stay, if the non-whites had been allowed to stay. So that's a summary of day one. Ladies, who'd like to go first? What do you think of day one and what's happened?
Oh my goodness. I mean, first and foremost, where do they get their strength? Oh my gosh, they were off that plane and straight into it. You know, that in itself was extremely admirable. I don't think I've ever seen that from a royal tour before. You know, they have all the pomp and ceremony, then they go back to the governor's or commissioner's house, they rest there, and then they roll them out in the evening for a statement. No, got straight on it. So it was great to see them. They look gorgeous, happy, relaxed, very, very Asian connected with the people. What I love these two though, is particularly in South Africa and District 6, is that it wasn't that long ago, my lifetime, in fact, you know, I'm in my early 50s, as we know, but in my lifetime, apartheid was abolished. So in my lifetime, not so very long ago, they would have been an illegal, because even though Meghan is biracial, she would not have been allowed to have a relationship. You know, it would have been illegal for her to have a relationship with Harry in South Africa. Would have been classed as coloured, you know, and just from that historic perspective alone, it makes their trip there even more poignant. So they'd obviously done their homework, rightly so, because they hit the ground running. They're extremely engaged and connected, but they're also already having such an impact. Such an impact. It's beautiful to see. I mean, day one had me. We're at day 3 now, and how 7 days is beyond me.
I mean, okay, so the day started, those blurry pictures of them coming off the plane, and then we saw, the arch, a bobble hat, very reminiscent of when Harry was being held by Diana and was, made a trip abroad. And yeah, I mean, and then they just went straight into that into this engagement, which was fantastic. It definitely spoke, and they made a speech with regards to sort of domestic violence, domestic violence. That particular township is known to be extremely violent. Has a very high murder rate, unfortunately. What is incredible is that they've just to this initiative which empowers women to defend themselves, and fantastic stuff, because could you ever imagine royal setting foot in a township that has such a high murder rate? I mean, yes, of course they've got their their protection officers and everything, but I don't think I would. I don't imagine the Queen Charles to dare to do something like that. For them to go into this initiative and see the works that they do, and have the fantastic the fantastic audience that they had, as well as their interactions with the participants there. And we saw Meghan having a wee dance with the dancers there, and I am that she was thankfully raised on planet 2-4 and not 1-3, if you know what I mean. She
Yes.
She was clapping and moving on beat,
Yes, that's so true. Thank God for that. Yeah, I thought it was a really good start to the tour, and it encompassed the theme that Meghan is all about, which is women's empowerment and being strong, and the fact that Harry is so supportive. That just came across at the beginning of that tour, and I was just super impressed. But what I will add is, when Meghan made that statement about she's there as a woman, and the rest of the statement, what I thought was really important was the first thing when she says, "Yes, I'm here as a member of the royal family." Now, I think that statement in itself was a killer, because she was telling everybody, I am a member of the royal family, and you need to remember that. But I'm also, and she went on to say what she's there for. And I personally think that's not a dig, but it's just yes. Yeah, I am a member of the royal family. Get over it.
Yeah.
And I like that bit. I really like that. And then when Harry said that he was here to defend his wife and be a good role model for his son, again, another statement to whoever needed to hear it. I am here to defend my wife. And I thought that was a really good. I loved the way they both complimented each other with that. Basically giving out the message, we are here to stay. Get over it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it was definitely excuse me, a subtle dig to the media, family who have not been supportive, and just saying that, look, we're here to stay, take it or leave it.
Gayle, what do you think?
Right, what I was going to say regarding Harry's speech, because I can't remember which one of you, but one of you was saying one of the things you really admire is that Harry is always incredible, and he is. But I think it's more than that. But his support. It's about who he genuinely is. Harry is genuinely interested and to making a difference, not just for himself, I mean, even just for the causes that he, supports as patron, but generally in helping women's journey better, and he realizes that as a man, there's a lot that he can do. And if you think about his own father and his own mother's situation, his mum was extremely popular. She wasn't supposed to have the impact that she did, but she did cope with it. So he saw first that lack of support and what thatness about his own responsibility in the game, what that did, whether he was with Meghan or not, he would still be that same person. And as for her speech, I mean, crumb, in my opinion, I think Meghan had that paper in her hand purely for somebody else's benefit, not for hers. Right? She was saying, I'm a member of the royal family, but what she was also saying is, I'm a family. Get over it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. There was a lot of talk online. I know we're not focusing on the negative, but there was some talk online about how dare she use that phrase, being their sister, her own family. And I've got to say, that made me laugh. That did make me laugh. So I thought, well, ignorance of some people, of course she's their sister. She's joined in solidarity with them. They're not the ones who've abused her. Whereas, the so-called half-sister and anybody else in that family, they use her and abuse her, and they happen. She's found her family, both with Harry and in the Commonwealth.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. That's beautiful.
I missed that chat. And I'm glad that I did, because, yeah, that sounds like absolute rubbish.
It was.
I just think that the ones who are putting out all this negativity online, it's jealousy. That's what it is, plain and simple. It's jealousy. And they just cannot go over the fact that we've got a woman who is so accomplished, who is self-made, who has confidence in herself, who has got a husband who supports her no matter what, who's got a beautiful baby.
And adores her.
Exactly. She's got a beautiful baby for it. And she does not need them. She doesn't need their approval. She looks in the mirror in the morning and she's happy with what she sees. So no matter what they say, it doesn't matter, because she knows herself and she knows she's good at her job. And good on her. I'm glad she's doing it. I'm glad she's showing other people in that family how to connect with people, how to work hard, and how to be a proper ambassador for the UK. That's what they're doing. The UK and the Commonwealth are being perfect ambassadors. And I am very, very proud of the work they're doing. That's all I'm going to say.
Absolutely. And I agree with you. There are others, as you say, in that family who've had a long time, and really, all things being equal, they could have been for Meghan, but because they wasted their time, Meghan has come along and is showing how to do, and just being herself. Meghan is just being the same Meghan she was when she was 11 years old. She's just being the same Meghan, just on a bigger platform. But let's forget, she has always had a platform. She already had a voice, already, an entrepreneur and the businesswoman, the accomplished. These people like to carry on, like he picked her from behind the cash desk at Primark.
Exactly.
And he didn't. And as he has said many a time, he had to be with Meghan. So yeah, this tour has been a huge success so far in terms of highlight and what their real impact is.
Yeah.
Or what other people in the family want us to believe.
Yeah. And this notion that they're totally unpopular is being just destroyed. This myth is being destroyed.
It's really funny, isn't it?
Isn't it? It's hilarious. I'm not laughing at, but it's just like, look at what's going on. These people are not unpopular. People love them. And UK press, you need to embrace this and move on, because you're not going to win this one. Everybody can see it. They are loved.
Yeah, they can't win. They can't win it. They can't. Even so, because I think this tour so much, and I'm you know, into all the coverage. And I think it's a Sussex squad have got, you know, 3 people on the ground there as well, keeping us all.
Shout
It's
out to
amazing.
Sussex Squad.
Oh, Sussex
Yeah.
Squad podcast all the time, every time. Because,
Absolutely.
you know, if you were left to read the UK media, I dip into it every just for today. They were focusing on the fact that Meghan wore this Canadian dress in the morning and this jumpsuit in the evening, and they pulled the card too soon, and you know, and if they think that this PR of pulling out Archie's going to make us love her, they're wrong, and all this crap. Whereas we are getting on the ground reporting people who've been meeting her, what, you know, and meeting him, and what impact, what effect it's had on them. You know, ending up in the queue waiting for them. That the interview that one of our correspondents did, District 6, on the first day of the tour. Again, his parents left South Africa when he was young, and he was brought up in the UK, but he's gone back now because he wants to be part of the community that helps to rebuild South Africa. And you know, and he said that he was just so proud to be there, to meet them, and to see that, you know, how his country has evolved, that they're even there. And you know, and it's hearing things like that, listening to those people who are on the ground. You know, the lady at Nyanga, is her name Jessica, of that particular program that teaches the justice, is it called the Justice Set?
That's Justice Desk, or just, is it Justice? I can't
Justice
speak.
Desk.
Thank you.
The Justice Desk. That's it. She's the director at the Justice Desk. You know, she said she's been tweeting ever since, saying all day, every day, she's all about Harry and Meghan, because, you know, she's just so in awe of the work that they have done for them, and, you know, their involvement. And at one stage, she even said, "Oh my gosh, you know, he touched my hand," or no, she almost fell off. Yeah, she almost fell off her tree stump, and he, you know, was there to bolster her up. By Prince, you know, that's real. That's real. It's not just excitement. It's real. That's a connection with someone. That's when you've got a real relationship with their causes and their charities, their organisations, and their people, and that's what makes the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. So day one was a raging success. They did 2 fantastic visits to I can't pronounce it, Nyanga, and then thank you. And they went to District 6 Museum. So that was fantastic. And they did their little walkabout, which was amazing. So let's move on to day 2. So I thought day 2 was very interesting, because day 2 was the 24th of September, and it was Heritage Day in South Africa. So they did 2 visits. Well, no, 3 visits. 3 visits, that's it, sorry. So they went to Monwabisi Beach, where they met the charity organisation Waves for Change, who train and mentor local surfers to provide mental health services, but not just ordinary mental health services. They do it in a childlike way to help young people. Then we learned more about the Lunchbox Fund, which was supported by the Global Sussex Baby Shower. And that fund provides up to 30,000 nutritious meals every day in townships and rural areas. Now that is absolutely amazing. So from there, they went to the Awol Mosque, which is the oldest mosque in South Africa. It was opened in 1794. After they visited, they had tea with their local family. And then later on that evening, they had a youth reception at the British High Commissioner's residence, where they made speeches and met a load of young people. So what do you think of day 2? I was just struck by how they do it. How do you keep going from morning until night? visiting people and connecting with people all the time and showing that they're really interested in what's going on. How do they do it? It's beyond me. Ladies, what do you think?
I reckon there's some pro. They got to be taking. You know what? They both. The thing is, they're full of vitality, don't they? So they've obviously got a good, clean. They obviously exercise. They look after themselves. Hence, why their energy level is clearly much higher. Certainly, than mine would be.
Mm.
Definitely. But fabulous day. Fabulous day.
Yeah, I really loved the beach engagement with Waves for Change. Part in a meditation circle, and fantastic photos of Megan with the surfers, you know, just smiling and having a great time. Wonderful scenes, really. And I mean the lunchbox fund. I remember the hashtag shower and people donating to that, and I think that provided a world of difference in terms of with the donation, and no, absolutely fantastic. And then they went to the mosque, and Megan was very respectful in covering her hair, her head, and what have you. And overall, just they seem to be connecting with people. And they then went to a house in Bocap, which is a Bocap is a very renowned area in Cape Town because it's got all these very colorful buildings. And also I think that's where a lot of the colored population of Cape Town live. So them stopping in for tea with a Malay family was
Yeah, it
was lovely.
Yeah, it was absolutely lovely.
And you know as well, lunchbox fun. Yeah, but that again, the power of their influence, because without them being direct, their supporters, and I like to call it fans because I think it goes much deeper than fandom, but as supporters, we all really bought into the global Sussex baby because we saw how she was treated. We wanted to do them, and we wanted to have the same kind of impact that doing that. And shout out to Archie's passport, otherwise known as @FreePepper on Twitter, because it was her that actually started that particular hashtag. Just think, by us doing that back March, April, May,
I think that it was roughly around March.
Yeah, it was Mother's Day in the UK.
Yeah, it was around about March. There we go. And now here we are. They've actually visited that charity that on, and because of what power, they mobilized a set of people who were able to have an impact within their community, and Harry and Meghan themselves. I mean, how's that for influence? You couldn't make it up.
Yeah,
People
you can't.
in other quarters are a little bit tetchy because they don't.
Yeah, but
the better.
Yeah,
I'm in a good mood today. I don't want to be cussing on.
You really are.
It's because she's got a baby there. That's why she can't cuss in front of a baby. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. She can't cuss in the baby. Yeah. I'm impressed, Nelly. You're doing really well.
So what I was going to say was when Meghan went to the mosque, I thought she looked absolutely beautiful.
Oh,
and it was like
surreal.
Beauty came. Yeah, she was so serene. It was like beauty that was from the inside was just coming out. And I thought she dressed it totally appropriately. That dress was beautiful. And her head was covered. She just looked amazing. And then when she was helping the older lady do her
with her scarf.
Yeah, it just showed her natural her naturalness to want to help somebody else. And that's what got me more than anything. It was, she was so reverential inside another faith's place of worship. And I think a lot of people could learn from her, because just because you are a member of the Christian faith doesn't mean that because somebody is Islamic means that they're wrong or evil. It's going inside a mosque is a beautiful place to go inside. It's so peaceful. It's like going inside of any place of worship. And I think, I'm hoping that message has got across. But yeah, that just struck me. They both were so respectful. It was lovely. It was lovely.
They really were. Yeah, they really were. And like you say, I don't, to be honest, I was a bit struck by just how beautiful she is. I mean, I've been a Meghan fan, because in those days it was fandom since the very beginning of Suits. You know, I watched the very first episode of Suits when it first aired in the. So I've been a fan of hers from then. I've always liked her. Seeing her yesterday, that image, I mean, Chris Jackson, who just seems to capture her perfectly anyway.
Yes.
But just seeing her in the mosque with the headscarf on, and like you say, it was otherworldly. That beauty was otherworldly.
Ethereal.
Very,
yes.
that's the word. Yeah, it was just so ethereal.
She looked like a woman who was completely at peace with herself, and that's what calmness and serenity looks like. She just looked amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm glad she looked amazing. And no one could take it away from her.
Yes,
you know.
Definitely. Can we also talk about how the interactions both Harry and Meghan have been having with older people? Because I remember seeing like the videos from the township, the old lady that sitting down, and they both went down to like sort of her level to speak to her and stuff. And of course at the mosque, where Meghan was helping with that lady with the scarf. The way how they are with older people is very reverential, which is how it's supposed to be. It doesn't matter whether or not you're royalty or not. At the end of the day, these are people who have lived lived their life, and you gotta show respect for your elders, man. And
absolutely. Yeah, I think if Meghan had any grandparents left, I think that's exactly how she would treat them. You've got to have respect for your elders, because they have lived their life and they have seen so much more than we have, and we can learn from older people. We do learn from older people. It's just that the way the society is nowadays in the UK and in the Western world, once you get old and you're past your sell-by date, people just sort of put you in a corner. And that's how it shouldn't be. That older people should be in the community. They should be going into schools. They should be passing on their experience to people. And unfortunately, in our society at the moment, that's not happening. And we're wasting that experience. We really are.
Absolutely. I agree. Even it was beautiful to see today, they did a comparison of when Harry met Desmond Tutu back in 2015, I think it was, and with him today, and how they are, and how he's assisting him with his walking, because obviously he's a much older man now, and that is really that's natural. That's not, you don't fake that stuff. That's inherent in you. He's just naturally caring and respectful of his elders.
Yeah.
And as is Meghan. And it's these little things that people miss. When you talk about the haters, they don't see that. They make up their own narrative based on, oh well, he clearly doesn't like her. Desmond Tutu can see straight through her, and all kinds of crap like that. You just think, oh, for God's sake, get a life.
But how do they see this? Because I look
Exactly. I don't
look
know what they're looking
things
at.
and I don't know where they see these things
I
from.
don't know.
You see two people smiling at each other, and suddenly, apparently, they hate each other. It's like, where
Yeah.
do you see this?
Yeah.
It's just it's mind-boggling. It really is. But I'm
sorry. I think the haters, they see what they want to see, and if they've got this, negative bias towards Meghan, they are going to see anything that is a regards to her as her being fake, or she's an actress and all of that.
Yeah, that comes up a lot, doesn't it?
That does come up a lot, and I hear well-meaning people, not well-meaning, who are supposed to be intelligent, say, well, this is a lifetime for her. She can just act her way through all of this, and I'm like, no, you clearly are. You're clear to all of this because if you know nothing about Meghan, doing philanthropy work way before she was an actress, launching since she was 11 years old. People are this idea, and there's just no shaking of people. There's no changing those kinds of minds. So day 2 was absolutely fantastic, and can we also talk about her repeating some clothes that she's been wearing as well?
Yes.
Some
Lovely.
clothes and accessories.
Lovely. The outfit today, the black jumpsuit with the earrings today, wicked.
Yes,
Wicked. Yeah.
She wore that. She wore that dress to It was during I think when she was. I saw that dress before, and I couldn't remember where, and then I saw a still of a photo with her and Edward, and it was like
Edward, that's right.
yeah. It was on one of the Vogue photo shoots or something. So yeah.
Have you noticed that all of her clothes that she has actually bought, what she's worn on the tour, there's no like price tags of thousands of pounds. It's like stuff that you could buy in Zara or H&M or whatever. It's stuff that is affordable. It's not showing that I am a Dutch, I can pay £10,000 for an item. It's actually, I'm in South Africa, I'm going to townships where people are poor. I'm not flaunting anything. I am just recycling stuff that I had.
She's not wearing her engagement ring either.
Exactly.
Right, exactly. She's not wearing her engagement ring, and I think that's quite right for a number of reasons. Number one, is probably more than most people in those areas will ever see in time. But not only that, everybody knows South Africa is the crime capital of the world. Why would you want to attention to a piece of jewelry like that?
Yeah, exactly.
To me it makes perfect sense.
But,
yeah. I've also read somewhere that a couple of other royals, is that Charlene of Monaco, Princess Charlene of Monaco, who is South African herself. She doesn't wear her wedding ring when she goes to South Africa for charity work there herself, as does Crown Princess of Denmark. It's the very same thing as well. It is one of those things that Meghan has done that. But it is. But no. Just back to like sort of the fashion, wearing dresses from her last big tour, which was the Pacific, Australia Pacific tour. Yeah, just absolutely looking fantastic. The dress that her first engagement was lovely. A lovely dress, sustainable brand from Malawi.
Yeah, Mosque was the brand.
Yeah, £69 that cost.
And sold out.
No, absolutely fantastic.
And sold
of
out.
course, it's freaking sold out.
Of course, yeah. But can I just say, I absolutely loved her dress down outfit yesterday. I loved a white shirt and denim jacket with a crossbody bag and her little beige loafers.
Yes.
That's what I wear.
She looks like a woman that's come to work. Yeah. Exactly.
That's what I wear. That is my uniform, So
yeah,
I was so pleased to see her wearing it. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved that. I thought, yeah, that's a woman that's come to work.
Yeah, and that was for the beach gig. That was for the beach and lunchbox.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I thought that was absolutely appropriate. And yeah, she just looked like she was so cash, but so chic, but so casual. Totally, I totally love that. But no, I think her fashion choices so far appropriate and quite spot on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, they have.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to day number 3 today.
Day
I've
3.
waited so long to get
Today.
oh my goodness.
Today.
Okay, so the family had a really good day. They went to see Archbishop Desmond Tutu, who is now 87. Can you believe it? 87. And they took Archie to see him. Oh my God. Oh, so I'm just getting excited. That child, I don't know what to say. That child is gorgeous. He's so sweet. And then let me quickly say the end bit, and then we'll go back to Archie. After they saw the Archbishop, Meghan then undertook 2 solo visits of her own. She went to the Woodstock Exchange, where she discussed a program called Ladies Who Launch, which links female entrepreneurs, investors, and teaches potential entrepreneurs the skills they need to run a successful business. And then she went to another organization, a charity organization called Mothers to Mothers. And that's a charity that trains and employs mothers who have HIV, which I think is really, really important, because HIV and AIDS is rife in Africa. Like it or not, it is. And to have an organization that has no stigma, that will help train young mothers who have HIV, is so important. And I'm so proud. And I wish we knew about them before, or knew more of them, because we could start donating to them and helping them. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a second. Let's go back to the visit to see the Archbishop. What do you guys think?
I was.
Oh dear, go on.
I was just like,
tears.
I mean, I was just so happy to see a moving baby, because we've been getting like still pictures of Archie, and but to see his wee face,
but also to hear him.
Yes,
but to hear him,
his
he
laugh.
was so, his little giggle and gurgles. He was just absolutely adorable and so into everything.
Yes, very. He's got very, very quick, inquisitive eyes, and just, very, very, just looking around his surroundings. I mean, yeah, a very curious child. He's gonna be a one to watch, definitely.
Oh, definitely. And there was a picture. Again, I don't know how widely it was in circulation in the mainstream press, but certainly there's a photo of him where he was obviously, he felt a bit hungry, and he thought, oh, my time for lunch.
Yeah, I saw that one.
It was so sweet. So, and I loved that, because I thought, you see, she feeds all these people who have all this stuff to say about her. She feeds her baby, because Archie knows where the food's at, right? He knows. So yeah, it was lovely to see that.
And he looks so much like Harry. He looked so much like Harry when Harry was that age.
Footprint.
Absolutely.
Harry has literally cloned himself, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah. But he just looks like a very happy baby. And I love the way that they have clamoured, or the press have clamoured, we need to see Archie, rah, 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 rah. And they've done it their own way, in their own style, and they've taken him out when they want to. And I think, again, the videos and the pictures are copyrighted, or have they?
Yeah, they did them on Sussex Royal, didn't they?
There you go.
They did them on their Insta.
Yep. So the press are not making money out of Archie again, are they? They have to. pictures, which was brilliant, and that's what I'm really pleased about. They did it their own way and their own style, and we all got to see Archie. We all got to see what a lovely little soul he is, and there's no complaints now, is there?
Well, they are, because now it's so the big complaint, because like I said, I've been amusing myself. Brilliant. I've been amusing myself with how these people are getting their knickers in a twist, and the big thing is, oh, how dare they show him off to another country? We're the ones paying their taxes. We're the ones who are paying for him. They should have shown him off here, not that. All this rubbish. But why? You've abused the woman for 3 years running. You put her and her baby at risk when she was pregnant. If she breathes, you know it's the wrong breathing that breaks with protocol and is upsetting the Queen and the rest of that family. Why do they think that she owes the British press? And that's the distinction to make. This is not about the British public. It's about the British press. She owes the British press nothing. And these people who have hitched their wagon to the British media, they're on the wrong side of history, most definitely. And it'll be interesting to see. When they come back and life goes on, exactly how the press then want to play it again, because they are realizing that they're not win. This is not a game they're going to win. They are not going to win this game with Harry and Meghan.
Absolutely.
Well, let's see. It's a piece of shit Morgan on GMB. He would be following all of this, you would just have to sort of test the waters to see if he would say anything about any
well,
of
did
that.
you not hear?
And of course, would be.
So have you? I take it you haven't heard what he said then. So he.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck off!
What he said? Go on, tell us.
Yeah. So yesterday he had a piece in the Fail talking about saying that how Harry is so bored and so disengaged and so disconnected that he wishes he was still chasing party girls in Vegas.
You are joking. I can't.
No.
That man he's got a screw loose, hasn't he? He really has, because again, what is he looking at? Is he looking at a different person? I know he's looking at the other couple. He's looking at
and that's it, yeah.
Sorry. He is.
Right. Okay. So what do I say to that? That man, as we would say in Jamaica, he can go and suck him mother, because
Nelly!
Oh my God! Explicit podcast.
What?
Oh my God!
What is
parental warning?
But seriously, this dude has he's not well. He really is not.
No, he's not.
The head. He's sick in the head. I know he's a professional troll and he has his but nah. Come on, man. It goes to show that this man, that men can grow up, and Harry doesn't. Harry has grown, and this motherfucker can't grow up. So just just to hell with him. I mean, I got him blocked on Twitter, and of course I don't go to read. I don't read any of his nonsense, anyways. Only if it comes to my timeline. Of course, I'll be pissed and be like, why are you showing? Why are you sharing this? Sussex Squad sharing disgusting things. By haters.
Exactly. And this is the thing. That's why I won't. No. I won't share anything, and I won't engage with them on. But I do find it. Because I think, what are they looking at? I find it fascinating. What exactly are they looking at? How are they interpreting this information? And it's a great study in human nature.
I think so.
This man. I mean, yeah, it really is. I mean, just
how does
Harry? People. This is the thing. Well, this is the thing. Because Harry was the press, and maybe all of the royal family, his brother, wanted him to stay single and be a lay about, just be the butt, just be the butt of the joke. They wanted that. They wanted that for him for his whole life. You know, that's what his life should be, but it's not. And thank Christ for that.
Thank goodness, exactly. Thank goodness it's not. And I mean, they indulged him with Victus and with Centaur because they didn't think, to be fair, they didn't think Harry was going to amount to much. So, you know, let him have his little projects, give him something to do.
That is literally what Camilla Tominey said. That she literally said something to that effect, that they indulged him for Invictus.
Yeah, they indulged him in his little projects because they thought, oh, it's not going to amount to anything. What they didn't count on, as you say, is his growth, and not just his growth, but his magnetism. When someone grows like that from the inside, they become attractive to other people who are similar, just like Meghan.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
And those two finding each other, that is, look, we're all old enough and long enough in the tooth to know what relationships are like. We've been in relationships, we've seen relationships, both, you know, in our own intimate circles and outside, and celebrities. Those two are soulmates.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of connection is not common. You know, it's rare, and when you see it, you recognize it straight away. They are genuine soulmates. So someone, I can't remember who, on Twitter yesterday showed a video of Meghan in South Africa where he reaches for her hand and she takes it, and the cat. This is what happens when you're not forced to marry your stalker.
Oh, God damn! Oh. Oh.
I mean, really?
Back to Archie. Spitting image of our dear Harry. I think he has Meghan's nose, though. I really do.
Yeah, he probably does.
I don't know, but I just think, look, he's the cutest little baby I've ever seen outside of my own daughter, right? He's just, he is absolutely adorable, and he's got personality. I love his personality, right?
Yes.
Personality. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. You know, imp that one.
And that he's also so good to his parents. Like,
very.
That video story was absolutely adorable to like hear what he sounds with him, and Harry was talking to him.
Yeah.
It was just absolutely. It was so cute. I loved it. It was.
I agree. That's not the field that spends a lot of time around secondary caregivers like nannies, and lots of people would love to believe that she's got an army of nannies and maids and servants. She doesn't. That child is used to spending time with, it's bonded to his parents, and he knows his mom, he knows his dad, know him. You know, it's just beautiful to see. There's no awkwardness. Ever seen any royal couple be so comfortable with their children since Diane?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Didn't cry, didn't fuss. No,
not one. Oh, she's such a lovely mummy, isn't she? She's what you would really call yummy mummy.
Yeah. But I'm also like extremely pleased for Harry as well. Just like, this is a man who's been very vocal in the past about wanting to be dad, and to, you know, finally see him being a dad. It's wonderful. It really is. Life is full circle.
Beautiful.
You know, quite complete now and at peace. You know what I mean? So,
yes, definitely at peace. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. No.
So.
Oh, absolutely. You know, today was absolutely wonderful, and the Sussexes been fed, and yes,
we feasted. We've definitely
blissful.
We certainly have. We've definitely feasted. It's been beautiful.
Yeah. And then also Meghan did 2 visits to the things I said earlier. So it was the Woodstock Exchange, Ladies Who Launch, and the Mothers to Mothers organisation. And I think those 2 organisations summed up Meghan completely. Motherhood and about empowering women. That I think they were, after seeing the Archbishop, I think those two appointments or those two engagements today were just perfect. It rounded off a perfect day, because it was Meghan through and through, and it was nice to see. So yeah, I think we have been so spoiled, and we've still got another 7 days to go. I'm not going to be able to cope.
I can't wait, honestly.
Can't
Can't
cope.
wait.
I can't tell you, neither am I.
Yeah, I'm tired, you know.
Yeah, that's it. If they bring out Archie again, that's it. I'm done.
Oh my goodness. But of course, as you all know, this is their, that Harry goes off to, not sure if it's Malawi or, is it Malawi?
Malawi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and of course Meghan is
in
going to,
Malawi and Lesbos.
yeah. So we got baby Archie. We got that kiss. We haven't forgot about that.
Oh yes,
there's a kiss.
How did we forget that?
And now look at that. That is saying goodbye. You know, they're going their separate ways for a few hours.
For an hour.
But you know, we all know how Harry's extra. To Meghan, Harry is extra. We know that, right?
Yeah.
But he loves his wife.
Yeah, and he does not care who knows it. I love this woman. I will kiss her to show, love her. I love her. That's
exactly. Yeah. So
yeah.
extra. He's
Oh
so
my God, I can't
extra.
believe we've reached. I mean, like, because we're just so gassed about today, we completely forgot about this. Have you noticed that this is also the third sort of public kiss? We're being treated to a kiss per year.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I think it's more than that, you know.
Really? You reckon? We got this kiss. We got this kiss 2009, and last year we had the polo.
Oh yes, that's true.
Yeah, we had the polo to kiss, and didn't we have a? But did we have a kiss? Did we have a kiss at the polo this year as well?
That no count, because you hardly saw any lips. There were no lips. I just saw a head.
Okay,
that's too funny.
Oh dear. But yeah, no, they are just a very tactile couple, and they're normal. They're normal people. It's really nice to see, you know.
It's that, and it's their normal. You know, you can see again with their interactions with Archie as a family, they are tactile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So as I said,
I can't wait.
I can't wait either. We have got another 7 days of this to go.
Yeah.
And I think Meghan's going to be doing some more engagements, isn't she? Or is she going to be sort of like out of action for a few days? I'm not quite sure what's going on with that.
Isn't she doing something with girls?
I hope so.
I think she's got a young girls event coming up in the next few days.
All right.
Okay. And check.
Exactly. I need to go and check her itinerary.
Yeah. But of course, Harry's going to be in Malawi, and he's going to Malawi and Angola.
He's going to Lesotho, isn't he?
And also my favorite, he's not really a royal reporter, but Keir, he's gone back to the States.
He's gone to the States. Yeah.
I'll miss his commentary because
I love Keir Simmons.
I love that dude.
Yeah, but I loved him even when he was over here on ITV. It was great then. But you know, his reporting has been factual. It's been funny. He's so funny. You know, and he genuinely likes. And he genuinely likes the Sussexes. He genuinely likes them.
Yeah, it's a shame he's going. It really is. Good. But to be honest, I've been watching most of the coverage from South African TV on YouTube. I don't watch the BBC. I don't watch any of the British coverage because I find it's almost tainted. But you can get, if you sort of see what other broadcasters are doing, you get a more realistic idea of what's going on. And so that's what I've been doing.
Oh, absolutely. I don't watch,
I've been going on Channel 5 on YouTube, and they've got like obviously they have, without any of the reporting, they do have like sort of long videos of the engagements that they do. So I watched that, but of course I you don't hear Simon Vigar, who's the Channel 5 royal reporter. he's not bad, but he's stupid as well. Well, they all are bloody stupid.
Yeah, they're all a bit weird, aren't they? I don't
they're
watch any of them. Well, I don't watch any of them. None of them.
Well, they're all sort of coordinating their little attacks, aren't they? So that's why I don't really pay much.
Yeah.
But as I said, I found South Africa Broadcasting Company? They've got like a digital thingy, and I've just been watching them. I literally have, and then I look for Keir Simmons, and apart from, or if it's anything by Victoria Murphy, I might pay more attention to. But apart from that,
I like Omid. You know,
I like Omid.
I like him, but I sort of fall in and fall out with him because
I get it.
Yeah, I get that. I totally understand that. It's a bit like Victoria Arbiter as well. I don't know. Yeah,
she's not a reporter though. I wouldn't call her a reporter. She's a commentator. You know, but she's a commentator by proxy because her father was, you know, the Queen's.
Well, yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
and has had a, you know, so she has an idea of how, you know, the workings of work works. So I would say that she's someone that has and she's a commentator, probably knows, you know, she knows, you know, might as well be a journalist, and she has been all right in terms of her commentary. But, you know, of course, in the past, she's been extremely iffy. And then her father, good old Dick Arbiter, he's problematic as hell.
I don't follow him.
I don't follow him either.
I don't follow him because I remember he said something one early days, and I just thought, oh, who the hell are you? No. So I don't.
I mean, he's left a sour taste in a lot of Sussex fans as well. He referred to him as a fling, so
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, how right was he there? Not right at all. So
to be fair, it was literally the day that the news dropped that he was dating Meghan. Of course, you know, I was like, oh really? You're going? Harry's dating a half black chick? Okay. I wonder how true this is, you know. And then that November statement, I'm like, oh, it's on, you know. So
well, it's really funny you say that because I remember, because like I said, I was a fan of hers from Suits, and I followed the Tig, so I had a good idea of who she was. So when I heard that he was dating her, I think this could be the one. But to be fair, I didn't know if he really had, dare I say it, the kahunas.
If he had it in him,
to go through with it. Because I thought, I could see that there'd be a match, but would he really go through with it?
And he did.
Right? And
he did.
Yes, that's a good thing. So there you go. Okay, so that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you to my wonderful podcast buddies for joining me, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Don't forget to send in your questions or topics that you'd like to have discussed on future episodes, and if you'd like to be a guest panelist on the podcast, please reach out to me at hello@aduchesslikeus.com on email, or DM me at duchessus on Twitter. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, and please share with this podcast with anyone else you think might be interested in listening. I'd be grateful if you could leave me a 5-star review on iTunes, as it helps more people see the podcast. I really hope you've enjoyed this episode and that you'll come back for some more. So I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.